Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we're cooking chicken mirch. Alright, so here's the chicken. I have about 1 kg of chicken in front of me, cut into bite sizes. Not exactly bite sizes, a bit larger than that. There are several versions of this dish depending on which region of the subcontinent, Pakistan and India, that you come from. So this is one variant. First, I'm going to marinate this chicken with a little bit of oil. Okay. To this I add a little bit of garam masala. Actually, most of the recipes do not use this, but I'm just gonna do this. Okay. And here is some black pepper powder. Okay. So I'm gonna give it a good mix and let it sit for about 15 minutes before I start the process of cooking. In the meanwhile, there are spices that I will dry roast and roughly or caustic grind them and get them ready for the rest of the cooking. So this is it. I'm going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, the pan is on the flame and it's time for me to dry roast the spices. Not burn them, dry roast them. So here they are, the spices in front of you. Cumin seeds, you have white pepper, you have coriander seeds, you have just a few chilies to lighten up an otherwise not so bright red dish that we are used to, and lots of black pepper. We're going to roast them before blending them. It's going to be a coarse grind, and please use the pepper to the level of heat that you're accustomed to. We go into the pan, and it's time to cook them on the slowest fire. Do this patiently and you will be rewarded with a fragrant and delicious dish. Don't burn the spices. Keep stirring, or rather moving them on the pan. Keep the flame low so you don't burn them. Okay, it's nicely roasted. It goes into the blender and then we're gonna do a coarse grind. And here is the caustic ground spice blend. So I'm pouring in some oil and I'll be searing the chicken. The oil is hot. Time to sear the chicken and lock in the juices. Render out the oil and scoop them onto a plate. In goes batch 2. The wok is hot. Time to add some of the oil I used earlier. To cook the chicken, and I'm gonna fry the ginger in this. Make sure you don't burn the ginger. Soon you will be adding garlic and the onions. On the slowest fire, get the fragrance out, get the raw smell of ginger out, get lovely fragrant ginger aroma. Then add your garlic. Time to send in the garlic, and again, as usual, don't burn it. And this is hand minced, so it avoids the blender, something like a cold extract. Different people have different cooking styles. This is mine. The garlic and ginger infused oil is nice and fragrant. Time to add in the onions that have been thinly sliced. And we're not going to wait for them to turn golden brown. We just need them to turn translucent before we add in the meat. Give it a quick stir. You don't want to burn anything. It's time for me to send in the chicken. The pre-seared chicken. Time to add in the spices in a bit. Make sure you don't break any of those beautiful chicken pieces and puncture the juices out. Time to add in the spices, the coarsely blended spices. And of course, make sure they don't burn the hot flame doesn't burn them. Give it a good stir. You see a lot of pepper in there. It might be spicy, so we will be adding yogurt to balance that. And these are some coriander stems actually, for that extra little bit of flavor. We will have coriander later for garnishing. Time to add in the yogurt. Bring up the heat and give it a stir. Looks like this is gonna be a fiery Kalimirch. I hope the kids can handle the black pepper. The dish is looking delicious and beautiful. Time to add salt. Salt as per your taste. Just like the Kalimirch as per your taste. But don't forget to continuously stir. You don't want to burn anything. You don't want to ruin a beautiful dish. And as you can see, I've been cooking this in a carbon steel, aka iron wok. I love cooking in woks. Adding some chilies that have been slit just for the color, a little bit of a kick, you may want to say. So I give that a stir. Okay, give that a stir, and add some good old coriander, not a lot, for garnishing, and some julienne ginger. And that's it. It's ready for consumption. A very easy dish, delicious, peppery, and spicy.